I should have never gone into Black Hollow Woods that October evening, but curiosity has always been my curse. The woods had a reputation. Locals whispered that people went missing there, their screams echoing between the trees long after their bodies were gone. I thought it was just small-town superstition until I stumbled upon the camera. It was an old Nikon, half buried in the mud near a moss-covered log, its strap tangled around a branch like someone had been dragged away mid-shot. The name E. Carson was scratched into the side. I recognized it instantly. It belonged to Emily Carson, a 24-year-old photographer who vanished 3 months earlier while hiking these same woods. I didn't even hesitate. I wiped off the dirt, checked the battery compartment still intact, and pressed the power button. To my surprise, the faint hum of life buzzed through it, the screen flickering on for a brief, haunting moment before showing the last photo taken, a blurry image of a pale face peering from behind a tree. My heart froze. The face wasn't Emily's. I should have turned back then, but something in me wanted to know what happened, so I scrolled through the memory card. The first few photos were ordinary trees, mushrooms, streams glistening in sunlight, but then the tone shifted. The pictures grew darker, stranger. In one, Emily seemed to be smiling nervously, as if she'd just heard something behind her. In the next, the background blurred, and shapes, tall, human-like shadows seemed to loom among the trees. In the final series, the forest was pitch black, lit only by the flash. Each picture in that burst sequence showed Emily running, her eyes wide with terror, the shadows closer each time until the very last frame. Her camera dropped on the ground, her hand barely visible in the corner, reaching toward the lens as if begging for help. Then, nothing. I felt my skin crawl as I stood in the same place where that photo had been taken, surrounded by the whispering pines that now felt alive. The sun was setting fast, the forest swallowing the light, and for a moment, I swore I could hear footsteps crunching the leaves nearby. I called out, "Emily," but the woods answered with silence. Then came the faintest whisper right behind me, "You shouldn't have come." I spun around, camera clutched tight, but no one was there, only the lingering smell of damp earth and something rotting. My flashlight flickered, and when it came back, there were fresh footprints leading deeper into the trees, bare, small, as if made by someone who'd been walking for miles without shoes. Against every instinct, I followed. The deeper I went, the quieter it became. No birds, no wind, just my heartbeat thudding in my ears. I started taking pictures, hoping the flash would illuminate something, anything, but every photo showed more of those tall, faceless shapes lingering in the distance. The strangest part, they were getting closer in each frame, even though I never saw them move. I finally reached a clearing. I didn't recognize a ring of old stones surrounding a shallow pit filled with stagnant water. The camera vibrated in my hand, the lens auto-focusing on its own, and suddenly the screen glitched, showing me images I hadn't taken. Emily, screaming. Emily being pulled into the darkness. Emily's face stretched in terror as something with long, clawed fingers reached around her neck. The next second, the screen went black, then flickered again, showing me, standing in that same spot, my flashlight beam trembling. I dropped the camera, panic surging through me, and as it hit the ground, the flash went off one final time. In that split second of light, I saw them, hundreds of them, figures draped in shadow, eyes like empty holes, circling the clearing. Their bodies twitched like broken marionettes. I ran. I didn't look back. The forest seemed endless, every tree identical, my own breath echoing louder than my footsteps. But the whispers followed. "Stay," they hissed. "You've seen too much." I tripped over a root, fell face first into the mud, and when I looked up, I saw the path out, a faint glow from the road through the trees. I sprinted until I burst from the woods, gasping and bleeding, collapsing beside my car. The camera was still in my hand. I don't even remember picking it up. I drove home shaking, locked every door, and plugged the camera into my computer. Against my better judgment, I opened the files. There were more pictures than before, hundreds more, all time-stamped after I'd found the camera. They showed me walking through the woods, tripping, running, even collapsing beside my car. Every movement had been documented from an impossible angle, as if someone or something had been following me the entire time. The last photo was the worst. It was taken inside my house. I was asleep in bed. The figure standing over me wasn't human. It was tall, its limbs too long, its skin too pale, its head tilted unnaturally toward the camera. Behind it, faintly visible in the darkness, was Emily's face, her eyes hollow, her mouth hanging open as if in a silent scream. I deleted the photos, smashed the camera, burned the remains in my backyard, but the next morning, My phone buzzed with a new notification, new photos detected. I opened the gallery, and there they were again. Every image, every horror. Only this time, there was one extra photo, the most recent, showing me sitting at my desk, staring at the screen, my mouth slightly open in shock. The timestamp read 2 seconds ago. And as I turned slowly toward the dark hallway behind me, I heard the soft click of a camera shutter in the shadows. Now I'm writing this because I don't know what else to do. Every night since, I hear it, the click, the flash, the whispers. I see movement in the corners of my vision. I've covered every mirror, thrown out every device with a lens, but somehow new photos keep appearing, each one closer than the last. I haven't slept in days. Sometimes I think I see Emily's silhouette outside my window watching. Other times, it's the tall ones, their featureless faces pressed against the glass. I tried leaving town, but the moment I crossed the city limits, the car radio went static and a voice whispered through the speakers, "You took her camera. You're part of the picture now." I crashed into a ditch trying to shut it off. When I came to, my phone camera was on, recording. The lens pointed right at my face, and in the reflection, behind me stood Emily's. I don't know how long I have left, but if you ever find a camera in the woods, don't touch it, leave it where it lies. Because once you look through that lens, it looks back, and it never forgets your face.